They call me crazy cause I'm facing all my giants. They try to scare me into thinking I can fight it. They tell me I should never even think of trying. But that's just me, I'm gonna live out in defiance.
Movo. Creators want it.
What's going on, guys? It is Wednesday, and it is 7:30, and my mic is on, so that's a good thing. Welcome to the Geek Saga. Yes, it is looking like a low budge Geek Saga, but there's reason behind that. Shifting around things, I was also looking to build a new backdrop for here up at the base just to have so it looks a little bit cooler. Didn't quite get a chance to do that. Had all kinds of stuff go on today. I mean, I had, oh my God, I had gotten pulled over. Hold on, let me adjust this with my luck. But it was nothing bad. It was my taillights. Both my taillights were burnt out. So I had to, obviously go and get the new taillights. So that kind of cut into a lot of the stuff that I was doing today. So I was just like, you know what? I've got one more day. I'll build some stuff up tomorrow. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I had to tear down a lot of things. That's why backdrop is really empty. But over on Instagram, I don't know if this thing is live. I need somebody over there to tell me if it's live, because it's looking as if it just froze. So if that's the case, then I got to redo it. But let me see. Dennis, what's going on? No ticket this time. This time. Okay, so it's live. I just don't see it going on, which is fine. That's fine. I'd rather not be able to see it and see that it's still live, and I'm good. But yeah, so if you've never watched the Geek Saga before, I am Eugene, your host. Usually I have my co-host David who's with me, but unfortunately he's unable to be on tonight. He's got a lot of things going on. I mean, it's graduation time, guys. So he's driving around like a madman, having to take care of things for graduation for his kid tomorrow. So he's out doing stuff, but I am here. I am live, and I'm here for you guys. So it has been a great, I know I've been live the last few weeks, but what you guys don't know, well, I'm sure you guys know because you can see the backdrop is now completely different, but I was at home for like 3 weeks and it was amazing. It was the best time off I've had in a long time, and I needed it bad. So I'm glad I've been able to get that. I was able to get that, and here I am now, here, back in the mini studio. And as soon as I build up everything else, it's going to look a lot better. Trust me, it will. So, anyways, yeah. So here I am, and we've got news. We've got, I guess you can say, history. Oh, Dennis, it's not that I didn't want to hang out with like anybody. It was just that there was also I did do Pasadena Comic Con while I was gone. I was having to do a lot of stuff that I've neglected for the last, honestly, 4 months. It was 4 months that I was just barely at home. So a lot of things got built. A lot of things got cleaned up, cleaned out, rebuilt, fixed. Like it was a lot of stuff going on. I had one day where I made the mistake, and it was a hot day, and I shouldn't have done it, but I was outside in direct sunlight, just banging away at all the stuff that I need to get done. And man, that just jacked me up for the rest of the day. Yeah. Of all people, I should know better when it comes to dehydration, drinking water, and all that other stuff, because that's what I tell my guys. Hey, make sure you guys are drinking water, make sure all that stuff in uniform. So anyways, and here I am drinking, which I'm seriously excited about. Yes. Yes. It is a glass bottle. Look at that. Freaking nectar of the gods. Yes. It's going to keep me alive till I'm about 202. Since that lady who drank it from the age of 50 until she was 102, I started when I was a kid. So imagine 202. Anyways, great stuff. But yeah, I'm just glad that I'm here. And I ran a ad for Movo, which is a great company. Yes, we use their product. Yes, I'm using one of their products right now. I probably should just get into talking about what it is, who we're affiliated with, and all that other stuff. So let's kick it off. Let's start off with that to get us going, and then we'll move into all that other wonderful stuff. So we'll start off by talking about Ulanzi. Ulanzi is a great company, and you can't see their stuff because I'm blocking it. There it is. So Ulanzi is a great company that we use quite a bit. We use a lot of their lights. The lights that I now have here that are off to my side, that are lighting me up, that are doing all this stuff, are actually all Ulanzi lights. I've now transferred a lot of my mobile Ulanzi lights to here because it's a smaller location and I'm using the smaller stuff here. At home, I've got the bigger Ulanzi lights that I use for my key lights. A lot of the key lights that you see on my home base, and then also the lights that are in the background that are colored lights, they're all Ulanzi lights. I use a lot of their stuff. I know they've got a lot of their things than just lights, but I love their lighting and I love their stands. So they've got a lot of tripods and a lot of other great things that we use. So Ulanzi is a company that we trust and talk about. Check them out. Click the link that's in the bio. Go over there, purchase from them. It helps us out, obviously, because we're an affiliate of theirs. So we always talk good about them. I want a shirt. Where can I purchase a shirt? That's a good question. You know what? I've got to get my shirts up and running. I had them up for a little bit, took them down. As soon as they go up, it's Instagram. Keep checking Instagram because I'm now getting into a rhythm that I'm able to actually start doing stuff. I knocked a lot of stuff off my plate, so I can start dedicating a lot more to this and the other projects that go along with this. So yeah, shirts are going to be coming up. Actually, that's a really good question. Shirts will be coming up really soon. Live events that we're going to be doing, we will be selling shirts. So TurtleCon, I have a booth and I will have shirts for sale. And LA Comic Con, we're going to have shirts that are going to be sold there. Blockfest, it's coming up, is going to have shirts that are going to be sold there. So we will be having shirts soon. So keep an eye out. I'm serious. Just look on our Instagram and you'll see when they finally go up. But let's talk about another thing, which is another great company that I like to talk about, which is Renegade Game Studio. Renegade Game Studio's got some great games. They've got deck builders and they got RPGs. If you know how to play 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, you definitely play any of their RPGs. And they've got great IPs like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, G.I. Joe, Transformers, My Little Pony, and the list keeps going on and on of great IPs that they have. Not only that, but they have their own versions also that are up. So check them out. Artwork is amazing. If you get one of their RPGs, you also get little figures that are actually really detailed little figures. They may not be painted, but they're actually detailed figures. When you look at them, freaking amazing. Check them out. Links in the bio. Click on it. Head over there. Purchase from them. Help them out. Help us out. Great company. Next, we are talking about, yes, Kraken. Legendary supplements. Kraken right here. This is one of my last ones that I've got here. Because it wasn't just me and David that drank them. Unfortunately, I got to get some more up here. But yes, I do use this stuff, especially when I sit down in front of the computer to get more focused on what I'm doing as far as like my editing and artwork that I'm doing, I need a little bit more focus. And yes, headphones go on, but this helps me out too. So guys, if you want some of this stuff, go to the website, check them out. It's going to be legendarysupplements.com. They've got more than 2 flavors now, which I got to update my slide. But they've got this one, which is Kickin' Mango Peach, which is actually a really good flavor. Blizzard Mojito, and what was it? Sour Pumpkin Grape and Mellow. I always mess that one up because it's kind of a tongue twister. But check out the different flavors, guys. It's a great company. Randy, love you as always. Check them out. Legendary Subs. So you can go to their site, purchase, and when you go to purchase, use the code GeekSaga77 for 10% off your first purchase. And it obviously, you're purchasing from them, you're helping us out, all that other stuff. Check them out, guys. Next, we are talking about the company we had a commercial up on before the show. Let's see if I can get this moved over. Nope, that's not a good spot. Take it. I'll take it. Movo. Movo's a great company. The microphone that you are hearing me on right now, this here right here, is a UM300. UM300 is a great microphone. I was using it a lot at home when I was in the smaller studio when it was more compact because I was able to bring the microphone in closer. But I've been using this microphone for a while, and it is a great mic. It picks up a lot, and you can actually adjust it. You can hit mute to mute it out. There's also a connection in the back for headphones, so you can actually listen to how loud this thing is and how much gain it's got, which I didn't check the gain on this. Be honest, I didn't have a chance to. But they are a great company. We love using a lot of their microphones. Actually, all our microphones are Movo microphones now. So everything that you'll see when we're out at cons, whether it's walking around doing interviews or we've got our static location at a con, it's all Movo microphones. They're a great company. Check them out. Yes, they do a lot more than just microphones, but we use all their microphones, and we love their mics. Great stuff, great company. If you're just starting out, this is a great mic to start with. It's very, reasonable price. And when I mean, you guys don't know me, when I say reasonable price, it's actually really good price because I do search a lot. But check them out. Check out Movo. Check out their gear. Use their stuff. I stand behind it 100%. So that is it for our affiliates. And take another drink. Let me see what's going on over on Instagram. What's going on, Ricky? I haven't seen you in a while, man. He's gonna do a live Friday. He's gonna do a live Friday at Ricky Redbeard, and he's gonna be selling comics. Guys, check him out. One, I love Ricky. He's hilarious. If you've never seen some of his videos and stuff like that, check out some of the stuff we did over at LA Comic Con for us. It was hilarious. Loved having him with us. Always loved talking to him. Dude's funny. He's going to be selling comic books. Check out his live stream on Friday, and I will definitely be doing that, Ricky. I will jump on there and check you out, see what's going on. So there you go. Guys, yeah. It is time to get into what we always do around this time, which, we'd like to talk about what's going on in the world. And when I mean in the world, I don't mean like the world, what's going on. But I mean like in our geek world, in our world, our time. It's our time right now. It's their time out there. But right now, we're definitely going to get into some. All right, guys, we are seeing a huge resurgence in a lot of old IP. I mean, if you haven't noticed that, we saw Nacelle, Brian Volkweiss, which love Brian. He's always got some great videos popping up on Instagram from all his travels that he's doing and all the shows that he goes to. Oh, sorry. Talking about like the toys that he finds, and he usually buys them because he can, which is cool. But I kind of saw it coming that they're going to start. We're going to start seeing more of our old stuff that we loved as kids coming out. So we're seeing RoboForce making a comeback. Number one, or is it the number? I think it's the number 5 most viewed thing on Tubi. I posted it up today because they posted it up in the last 30 days. And it's a great cartoon. Comic book, I do have the comic books, and I'm reading them, and I love their comic books. Biker Mice from Mars is made a comeback also, thanks to Nacelle again. And Seven Buck Entertainment is doing that with RoboForce. Nacelle's handling Biker Mice from Mars, which if you guys haven't noticed where I'm at the other studio, and I'm going to do a full review on all of the figures because now I have all of the first wave because second wave is getting ready to come out. The pre-order went out there. Check those figures out. Get those figures because they are actually creating Carbon. And if you don't know who Carbon is, check out the cartoon. Check out the comic book. There's even more about her in the comic books they're now putting out. But for the first time, they're putting out a Carbon figure, which I'm actually pretty excited about because it looks really cool. So second wave is going to be coming out. Pre-order's already up right now, so check them out. But what I just saw, guys, was Street Sharks return to comic book form. Yes, guys, if you look right there on the screen, and if you can't see that on the screen, that is the Street Sharks making their comeback. Street Sharks are making a major comeback with their first comic book series in about 20, I think, yeah, it's been about 20 years, and it's going to be dropping in September 20 of this year. So this is going to be published by IDW, and Mattel who is obviously the creator of the Street Sharks in the first place, has teamed up with IDW to push the publishing of this new comic book. If you look right there on the screen, you'll see obviously in the middle is one of their covers. On either side of it is what's the full cover on one side, and on the other side is an alternate cover. There's actually 4 total covers that are going to come out for issue number 1. It's going to be a 5-issue miniseries titled Street Sharks. So go figure. Great title, guys. I would have never guessed. Sometimes I have to wonder who's making these titles, but and they're bringing back the original crew. Obviously, it's all the Bolton brothers, Ripper, Jab, Streets, and Big Slamoo. They're all coming back. And of course, it's still taking place in, if you guys don't remember, Fusion City. So expect mutant lobsters and rogue squids running everywhere, rapid, mad scientists turning piranha hybrid, which of course was the bad guy that they fought against. High-speed motorcycle chases because they always were riding motorcycles. Burger-filled brawls and maximum 90s mayhem. It's all in the comic, guys. Just, you got to wait till September for it to come out. Now, I don't remember. I'm just going to put this out there. I don't remember if they had rebooted. I don't want to say reboot, but if they had remanufactured the Street Sharks toys. Anybody out there know whether they brought them back out recently? Because I should have looked that up. Let's see. You can pick up a figure on Amazon for $32.99. It looks like they did remanufacture. They did. They brought them out for our 30th anniversary of Street Sharks. Actually, Mattel figures right now. You can actually pick them up, and actually they look really cool. Obviously, they have multiple parts that you can change out, but you guys can go on to creations.mattel.com to check out the Street Sharks, the toys, and also a couple shirts. But if you want to get the full action as far as comic book, you guys got to wait till September. They are going to be coming out then. Writers Stephanie Williams, who did Nubia, and the Amazons, Ariel Mendel of TMNT versus Street Fighter is the artist, and editor Nicholas Nino says the comic delivers pure 90s adrenaline. I really hope so. Because I mean, this obviously the Street Sharks were a really cool cartoon. It was a lot of fun to watch them. They did have some pretty cool toys, and they were kind of hefty toys too. So it wasn't something you can throw at a kid. You did, you're gonna hurt them with a toy, whether it's the teeth or it's the whole toy itself. You're gonna hurt somebody. But they were great toys, and they brought them anniversary. So yeah, it's kind of cool to start seeing a lot of this stuff make a full, another rotation around. Obviously, every 30 years, we start to see some of this stuff come back. And hopefully this thing catches on, and maybe we could see another Street Sharks cartoon, which would be kind of cool if you guys, people start buying these comics and it does well. So, whether you remember Jossum, Jossum's catchphrase, or just love the mutant chaos with heart, Street Sharks revival has teeth. With a killer creative team, wild villains, and that classic 90s energy, this isn't just a nostalgia grab. It's actually a refreshed new splash. Time to bite into comic shelves in comic shelves this fall. So, plates that you can pre-order is at your local comic book shops. Check it out. Go. Sorry, I stumbled over that, and I rewrote that and kind of was like, okay, blah, 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 and I still stumbled over it. Anyways, check it out, guys. I'm really excited about this. So, moving on to the next thing, which is, this one is Mark Hamill bids farewell to the Force. He has no plans to return as Luke Skywalker. They should focus on the future and all the new characters. He is saying, guys, it is time to hang up the lightsaber and the glove and just let him fade out into the sun. Don't bring him back as a Force ghost. He doesn't want to be seen naked, he said. So, Luke Skywalker has basically dropped the mic and has left the galaxy. Mark Hamill recently confirmed in an interview with Comic Books that he has no plans to return to Star Wars universe. What do you guys feel about that? How do you guys feel about that? Because honestly, well, he's dead. So unless it's, that's exactly what he said. He doesn't want to come back as a Force ghost because he was just like, it's done. We've rode this horse into the sunset, and it collapsed before it got to the edge because they let Rey turn Skywalker. So, that's just my words, not his. But, I mean, honestly, I think we've seen enough Luke Skywalker when we saw him in The Mandalorian and him taking, Grogu under his wing, and then Grogu choosing to, not stick around. So, I think Mark Hamill's bowing out pretty gracefully at this and saying, you know what, look, I've done all that I could do with this character. It's a beloved character, and he's loves all the other stuff that he's done for this great universe of Star Wars, but he doesn't want to come back. It's time to move on. So, Dennis says, I'm mixed on this. They hopefully will generate new characters we can get behind, but at the same time, it's Luke. I don't think, as far as other stuff, because I did see that they're going to actually be bringing, some sort of cartoon that's supposed to be more in the form of an anime, but it's Star Wars, and it's supposed to be following Han, Luke, Leia, all the in-between adventures, which, if they do, that's great. If it actually comes to fruition and they actually write it right, that'd be awesome. So Luke will live on that way. We'll see his early adventures, which would be great if they do it. But as far as bringing him back as a Force goes, I don't think we need to. I think, and you're right, Dennis, as long as they give us some characters we can actually get behind, it would be great. Because as far as we know, the Star Wars universe has been built around the Force. Jedis. I mean, that's what we've gotten. They're trying to build it around Mandalorian, and great, but they're not going to be able to because they're still the rebels in all their story. And that's what a lot of people were asking for. But the thing is that, I mean, we saw Luke, they killed him off. He died. He did his job when he needed to, and that was it. He just faded away. But I think, and this is just my opinion, again, a lot of this is my opinion. If you guys have never read the books, you guys should. A lot of books out there that are pre-Disney, which that's the universe right there. That is actually should be, according to Disney, isn't canon, but it should be canon. And a lot of the adventures there are of Luke, Han, Leia, Chewie, all the original characters, and they're great. The time that they did veer off of it was still great when we got the Battlefront books. Book 1 is obviously better than book 2, but we still had new characters, and I was 100% behind those characters. Why? Because it was well written. It was really well written. The characters were awesome. So, like Dennis is saying, if the characters we are ones that we can get behind. In Battlefront, the book, the first one, I was 100% behind all those characters. So get out there, read that book, and you guys can see what characters can be made when they're not Disneyfied. Just saying. You know? But so Mark Hamill he shared a heartfelt gratitude to George Lucas, calling his time as Luke Skywalker humble days. And nothing that they never hold on. There we go. And nothing that they never expected to become a permanent franchise. They never, and when he means they, he means like Harrison Ford himself, Carrie Fisher, even Daniel. Oh my God, Dennis, help me out. Anthony Daniels, who's still C-3PO to this day. Like all those guys, everybody on that never expected that this would be a franchise that was going to stand the test of time and continue to go on. He joked that he said, "I left my robes behind. There's no way I'm going to appear as a naked Ghost Force." See, that's what I'm talking about. He's saying, like, I'm done. This is great. I'm not coming back. If you guys saw it in the movie, my robes dropped. I'm naked. I don't want to be seen anymore. So we definitely don't want to see that. No offense to you, Mark, but yeah, there we go. Let's see. The Republic Commando series was amazing. I'd love to see those get. Yeah, see, there's a lot of stuff that Disney has made not canon, but they're freaking characters we can get behind. There's characters there that we've read about, that we've looked at, that all this stuff, and we're not going to get it. We're going to get these jacked up characters that Disney's like, well, this is what you guys want. No, it's not. So that's it. For Mark, he's saying, I'm signing off, dropping the lightsaber. I dropped my robes. I'm running around naked in the Force side, wherever that is. I don't want to be seen again. So he's made his appearance in The Mandalorian, and that was it. I guess, apparently it was his appearance, but that was it for him. And he's saying it's time to move on. but he's been Luke Skywalker since 1977 when he first appeared on screen in the first Star Wars. Before it was called A New Hope. Guys, just so you know, it hasn't always been called A New Hope. But it is now and forever will be here. You can catch it on Disney Plus if you've not seen Star Wars before. And I'm sure there's some out there that have not seen Star Wars, and they'll continue to tell me, no, but it's okay. You are still okay. So anyways, we're looking at The Mandalorian and Grogu is next on slate, starring Pedro Pascal. That's going to be coming out. And then also Star Wars Starfighter, which is, I don't know if it's even started production yet, but I know that it was starring Ryan Gosling, so we'll see how he does in Star Wars universe. It's in development. There it is. Okay, so Mark Hamill may be stepping away from the lightsaber for good, but his legacy as Luke Skywalker is already carved into the stars as the Force moves on to a new generation. Fans will always remember the farm boy from Tatooine who helped launch a galaxy-spanning phenomenon. So, Mark, here's to you, man. Thank you for all that you've done for us, all these years as this character of Luke Skywalker, and you will forever be remembered. And he's not dead. Mark Hamill's not dead. This is not his memoir. But I'm just saying that is truly what he has done for us and what he's done for me. And I wish I could meet him and tell him this. But of course, in immortal words, I am a Jedi, like my father before me. And now it's someone else's turn. So let's move on. Anyways, moving on to something else, which is Doctor Who Daredevil stars set for LA Comic-Con and ticket info release. So we are finally hearing about the event that we go to every year. And we go to because the great people, the amazing people, the people who they hold dear to my heart, who just jumped onto Instagram, Darren and Veronica. Like, honestly, love you guys. Darren, today was another day I've been to Home Depot so many times and had you in mind because it's like, man, I gotta get a trip out to Home Depot with this man so we can have some fun buying stuff that we probably shouldn't be buying and building stuff. We got to do that soon. But LA Comic-Con is coming back to LA September 26th to the 28th, which is a little earlier than last year. So we got to get cracking on building some stuff and getting ready for this upcoming event. But guys, Doctor Who people are going to be there. Daredevil stars are going to be there. Oh, yeah. Yes, a new Doctor Who is coming, and do you know who that is? She's on the screen. And I'm saying her, there's a hint, who's going to actually finally become one of the doctors. I don't know how they're going to be doing it, so I'm looking forward to watching the episodes leading up to it to see how this comes about. But we will be there as far as us. Geek Saga will be there because that is our huge event that we do every year. And it will be all thanks to the Project Wish Upon Star. We will be there with them in their booth. We'll help set up, tear down, do all that other stuff, have fun. It's a great event, guys. If you've never been to LA Comic-Con, it's pretty huge. And it keeps getting bigger every year. And this year, they're having the cast from Doctor Who, which obviously Doctor Who is such a huge cast. So who are they bringing? Well, they are bringing my favorite, absolutely. I want to say two favorite of Doctor Who. And that is David Tennant, which was the 10th, and he was the 14th Doctor, who, in my opinion, I'm better looking than Mark. Darren, yes, you are. You're a stud. Still got to get you your shirt, man. I got to get you a couple shirts so you don't wear through them. I hope you're still wearing my shirts. If not, then. But yes, Darren over there at Project Wish Upon the Star says, let's go. He's talking about LA Comic Con, and he's better looking than Mark Hamill. You're a stud. But David Tennant was the warrior Doctor Who of the show, which I loved. I loved when he was on. And every time he came on, it was a great show. But also one of my favorite characters, Rose Tyler. Billy Piper. Oh, yes. That's all I got to say. But guys, if you don't know, new shirt yesterday I did. Oh, you wore it, yes. And I love, he loves his Geek Saga shirts. Darren's one of the few people out there, and I still have a list of people that I'm going to get you your shirts that have been on the show for all my guests. But anyways, yeah, thanks, Darren. You're great. But as I was saying, if you guys don't know, actually, Billie Piper is coming back, and she is the next Doctor Who. How crazy is that? There you go. There's some, if you didn't know that, spoilers, sorry. But also, Freema Eichmann, who played Martha Jones, who I actually love too in the show, she'll be there. And guys, from Daredevil, Charlie Cox, John Bernthal, and Vincent D'Onofrio, all these guys, freaking Daredevil himself, the Punisher, and Kingpin. That's amazing. I cannot wait. I have to figure out ways to get in and do what I usually do, which is be in places where I shouldn't be and try to talk to these people. I'm getting better at it. It's crazy, but I'm going to do it. But guys, it's really exciting news to hear that these two shows are going to be coming there. That's just the start of it. Like, we haven't gotten the list of everybody else that's going to be coming on. So we're really excited to see, who else are going to be getting. But these are the big ones. These are definitely the big ones. And as of right now, like I said, September 26th to the 28th this coming year, you can get and they're going to be kicking things off with a massive guest reveal, which this was it, and an early bird ticket launch. So let me look down and see, where is the early bird? Where are they? Probably down more. So, okay. So last year, in 2024, this is the year that that was our second year that we went along with these guys. Yesterday release is only scratching the surface. I know. Darren is saying it's just scratching the surface of who's going to be coming. LA Comic Con is starting to, I would say, match San Diego Comic Con, especially with the guests that they're having. And they keep getting bigger and bigger, and the panels are always awesome. So if you guys get the chance to see that too, be there. We're there, and we're getting interviews with whoever we can. And if you're a cosplayer and want to talk to us, guys, you can literally just stop us and we'll interview you. And then on the flip side of that, if you're a cosplayer and we come up to you and you ask us how many followers we have, we are literally going to just walk away from you, because come on, we're helping you guys out. We want to talk to you. We want to talk about your costume, because you got a great costume. We're not asking you how many followers do you have, because we don't care. Anyways, sorry. I know. I'm getting off my soapbox. But last year was 126,000 people that came through over the 3-day weekend, or that 3-day event. Also, it was 900 plus artists and vendors, 200 plus panels. Like, panels were going on like crazy. That's how I actually met Richard Haddam, who was an awesome dude, which I got to get back to him, because we're supposed to meet up and do some foodie places in LA, because it was great. But Darren, we got to talk, because we want to try to expand that booth, and we might, if we have the cash to help you to do that, we want to do that. But anyways, we'll talk about that later. Early bird tickets are going to be starting to go on sale June 3rd to June 27th. So Yesterday they went on sale. I was a day late. It's okay, because we're on Wednesday. So, anyways, June 3rd to the 27th, early bird tickets are going on sale. Includes 3-day weekend passes and the VIP option, which, God, I wish I had the money to be able to do the VIP option, because that's when you get the chance to meet all these people in person and stuff like that. It's really cool. So Los Angeles fans deserve the best Comic-Con in the known universe, says CEO Chris DeMolin. And in 2025, we're leveling up with A-list guests, new fan experiences, and even more ways to celebrate fandoms you love. So they're looking, like I said, they're trying to rival San Diego Comic-Con. Guys, it may not be as huge as as San Diego Comic-Con as far as spilling out onto the streets, but it's getting there. And with your help, we can get to that point and make it rival San Diego and start to become the number one spot to go, because there's so much room at LA that we can do this. But it is a great event, guys. We love going there. We love spending the 3 days exhausting, but it is so much fun. Like, seriously, I have a ton of fun meeting a ton of new people, walking around, seeing old people, like, from the previous year, or even just, from other cons that we go to. So it's a great event. Guys, do come down, check it out, because you want to also go to Project Wish Upon Stars booth. You want to check out the stuff that they're doing over there, because they've got a lot of great things that go on in that booth, a lot of great people signing. And also, their charity is a great charity. If you want to help out a great charity, these guys are at Project Wish Upon Stars. You can go to them, check them out. They try to bring the con experience either to the pediatric cancer patients that they call heroes, or try to bring them to the actual event. And last year they did. This year we hope to have another one and have a lot of fun with them. So check it out, guys. I'm really excited. Like, if you can't tell that I'm excited, I am. I mean, shoot, man. With Legends from Marvel and Doctor Who headlining, early LA Comic-Con 2020 is shaping up to be a can't-miss weekend for geeks of all galaxies, from Marvel to beyond, whether you're a Team TARDIS, which I am, or you're Team Hell's Kitchen. I'm going to say I'm both. This is the con to plan for. Get your tickets now before they vanish like timey-wimey paradox. So, with that said, guys, in the words of your mortal man, stay in the man, enough said, or should I say, enough said. That is it for our news, guys. I'm really, again, excited news, the last one, about what's going to be going on for LA Comic-Con. Again, if you couldn't tell, I am seriously excited. It's always our big event for the year, and it's always a lot of fun with Darren and Veronica. And hopefully I can get a bigger crew to get out there to help Darren set up too, because there's a lot to set up. Under $90 for the whole weekend. So guys, see, even now, even with this, the price is under $90 for a 3-day pass, or for the 3-day, for the whole time that they're there. Get your passes now, because it's the time to do it before they go up and before they're sold out. Seriously, check it out. All right. With that, that is it for the geek news, guys. It is time to move into our next favorite segment. Or our only other segment for now, unless we have guests. Which we will be. Actually, I'm trying to line up more guests to get on the show. Last week we had a great guest, which was Morgan, Cosplay Bunny. It's Cosplay Bunny. She got a lot of great cosplays. She is seriously, when I say she's seriously passionate about cosplay, she is definitely 100% passionate about it, which is awesome. I love talking to people that are really into this stuff and have a lot of great information to pass on to others. She's hoping to be able to do more with her cosplay, and that's what we will hopefully be able to help her out if we can to do more. So anyways, we're going to move into our next segment, which is So this week in Geek History, it's a little different. I mean, we've been doing a lot of different things when it comes to Geek History. And that is, this week we are doing, this is, again, my list. Not anybody else's list that's out there. I scoured the internet, the interwebs, to see what other people have like put up as far as their list and stuff like that. But I wanted to go a little deep into my nostalgia, into my top 10 best monster movies of all time. Of all, I should have put of all Eugene time, not of all time. But for me. So we're going to start off with Predator. Guys, look. Oh, dang. I got to get used to my, like, what the stuff that I write down, I got to actually read. Because, you know what the hell with it. From desert-dwelling terrors to shape-shifting nightmares and howling beasts, we're counting down the top 10 best monster movies of all time, ranked by their, I meant to scratch this out. But okay, by their pop culture impact, creature design, and pure monstrous mayhem. Oh, I wish I had a button that was all mayhem. But anyways, yeah, guys, so this is my list. This is what I think, what I enjoyed, and what scared the crap out of me. And we're kicking it off with the first one, which is number 10, Predator, 1987. Not Prey or Predators or Alien versus Predator, AVP, all those, but Predator 2 is pretty good. But anyways, Predator, 1987. So I loved, now, this is a great monster. If you guys don't know some of the history behind it, but about like actually the Predator monster itself, originally it was going to be this like lobster looking thing that looked ridiculous and was actually Jean-Claude Van Damme in the suit. So if you want to go back, look up Jean-Claude Van Damme as a Predator. There are videos up on YouTube showing him running through the jungle, and they also realized this is just stupid looking. So they got rid of him, and they got this guy right here, which is the one that we all remember. So if you guys don't know the movie, it's a special ops team is hunted by, and when I mean special ops, I mean it's Arnold, freaking Richard Chavez, who, yeah, it was, and freaking Carl Weathers, and like the list of Jesse the Body Ventura. These are like all the buff dudes of the day. But they were a special ops team that were hunted by an alien warrior with tech, dreadlocks, and zero chill. Yeah, he was crazy. But it was a really cool looking character that we got, and it spans the test of time. We can still go back and watch this movie and literally enjoy it. And that monster was freaking freaky looking. As a kid, I wasn't really that scared because, I mean, by 87, yeah, I was old enough to kind of be like, whatever. But it was a cool creature, and he continues to be relevant to this day because we still get comic books with him in it. We've got a lot of different variants of him, and also they're still putting out movies. They haven't been the greatest movies, but they've been putting out movies. So Predator is number 10 for me, and I love this movie, and I'll probably have to go back and watch it. Number 9, we have The Thing. Now, guys, I mean, I'm not talking the 1960, or is it 1963? Yeah, I think it was 1963, The Thing from Outer Space, which was the original movie. It really was, because it's still the same. It was the concept was started then, and it was what The Thing from 1982, John Carpenter's Thing. That's why they had to put that on there, was John Carpenter's The Thing, to differentiate between the two. But this is basically the same thing. It's a reboot of that movie, and then they still went back and tried to reboot it again. The mystery still stands whether Kurt Russell's character was the Thing, or if what was his name? Not Ernie from. I gotta look it up. I gotta look it up. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna look it up. I know it's wrong, but I got it because I got to get the names right. So we had The Thing. I needed to. Keith David. Oh my God, I can't believe I blew it on his name, but Keith David. So it was either Kurt Russell or Keith David was the thing at the end of the movie. And there's still debates on who really was. And if you watch it, if you analyze it, if you do all this stuff, you'll figure out what it is. But no, that's not what I was scared of. I was scared of, from the picture that you can see right there, that thing was freaking freaky as hell. Like, even down to when the dog was infected and had the tentacles coming out, scared the crap out of me. I mean, God, think about it. This was 1982. When I probably saw it for the first time, it was 1983. Yes, I'm old, whatever. But I was a little kid. And my dad let me see whatever I wanted that was on freaking HBO. But the creature work that was done on this movie was amazing. And to this day, the scene where the dude wants to do CPR, well, not CPR, but was going to use paddles on somebody that was dying, and the chest opened up and turned into teeth and then bit the dude's freaking hands off. Like, that stays in my memory to this day. That freaked me out as a kid, but I still continue to watch it. The spider head scared me. Yes, see, even Danny said that was a scary moment too. That was like, holy crap! As a kid, oh my God! But yet I continue to watch it because Kurt Russell's character was so freaking cool in the movie that I was like, hell yeah, this dude's gonna wreck this monster. And I love this movie to this day. It really was. I mean, this whole thing is in a frozen wasteland. They're up in the Antarctic, with basically paranoia running wild as an alien imitator hides in plain sight. You couldn't tell who it was until they kind of devised this idea of like, well, if we heat this and the blood and all this other stuff, that's the monster. And never leave each other's side. What ends up happening? So anyways, when you're in a frozen place, isolated with a group, trust no one. Anyways, moving on to the next movie, which is The Fly. This is another one that scared the crap out of me. And it's actually, the gross out factor was up there. Now, we're not talking the 1956 Fly. I believe it was 56. That had Vincent Price in it. And in the end, you just see a dude that has it's like his body was part fly and his one arm, and he was like a little fly and saying, help me. Not talking about that one, because even in that one, yes, we got the guy with the head that was a fly head. We're talking about the 1986 Jeff Goldblum, Gina Davis, scary crap movie. I mean, this movie was like, the makeup work that they did on this movie was amazing. And on the screen right there, you'll see the stages of what he goes to turn it into what's at the bottom. Oh my God, I cannot. Brimble. Dennis, help me out on that one. The name of the monster from this movie was Brimble, guys, or Brimble. Yeah. If you guys have never seen this movie is gross, but it is seriously cool. He slowly is maturing into a horrifying man fly hybrid, and it's Brumblefly. That's what it was, Brumblefly. But so it was a scary movie. It really was. It was a scary movie. The monster was, and the makeup was done on this movie. Like, even to this day, I have a hard time watching it because it's so gross, but it's so good. I mean, he throws up in his hand to melt the food. And it's just, but it's grotesque. It's also tragic because, homegirl had to end up killing him. Sorry, spoiler alert. But it's definitely an unforgettable movie. This is definitely one that will stay in my mind forever, and I may watch it again. But it is, again, it's hard to go through those scenes because it's just gross. But anyways, moving on to the next one, which is King Kong. King Kong, yes, he's landing in the middle spot. Well, not middle spot, but he's landing in like number 7. This Metamorphosis inspires. Yeah, you're right. The Metamorphosis of in The Fly of Jeff Goldblum, it inspired the director from District 9 to change, what's his name again? I forgot the name of the character. I'm drawing blanks on names today, but to how his character was becoming an alien himself. And if you watch it, you notice like things were falling apart, his skin was ripping apart because he was turning into one of the prongs. So that it inspired that metamorphosis. But moving at number 7, we are seeing King Kong. King Kong, the original monster blockbuster. This was a great movie for, especially during that time, where Beauty meets the Beast, and he ends up climbing on top of the Empire State Building. Go figure. Things we do for women, right? There you go. Charlotte Copley, which I love him as Murdoch from 18. Yes, the OG Kong was the best one. So, guys, if you guys don't know, King Kong's been remade 3 times. You do have King Kong. Then you've got 1972 King Kong. Then you've got the 2000s, which I'm not going to go and look into what year it was, but it was the 2000s King Kong. That one was with Jack Black, Adrian Brody, which at that time they were trying to turn Adrian Brody into an action star. Go figure. But yeah, you have that one there. So there was 3 different ones that were made, but we're talking about the OG. The OG that really inspired a lot here in America itself as far as filmmaking, claymation, which was stop motion animation. OG great. 2000s are as bad as Ride. That Ride is not that great. You're right, Lupe. But so this, I would say, is the original. I guess we could say like almost like a kaiju for America, American made. Because we didn't have Godzilla just yet. Godzilla came out later. I'm correct on my dates. I might be wrong on my dates. Let me see. Now I gotta go back and I gotta read it. Yeah, that's what I had to do. You know what's funny is that I have a computer right in front of me and I'm not even looking at it. King Kong, 1933. So yes, there you go. So it's 33, 76. Where's that other one? So Fay Ray, Robert Armstrong in the 1933 Godzilla or King Kong, which was the OG, which was the one that kicked off all that. Then we've got the 1976, which actually had Jeff Bridges in it. And then we have the Naomi Watts, Jack Black, and Adrian Brody, 2005. So, sorry, there it is. So, Ray Harryhausen is the GOAT. I hate saying that. Damn you. Anyways, when it came to stop motion monster films, there was a lot that he did. Not only did he do King Kong, but he went on to do a lot more other ones, and then also inspired other people to get into stop motion. Clash of the Titans, I believe, was a Ray Harryhausen. And I'm talking about the original Clash of the Titans, not the newer one that came out. The 1991 one, which was Dennis. Yep, I was right. All right. So, yeah, 49 if you count Mighty Joe Young. Mighty Joe Young was, it wasn't too bad. Well, a couple of Mighty Joe Youngs also, which was inspired by King Kong. But there was a lot that went on with this, and this movie, in its own right, was amazing because it created and did so much for other great movies. It inspired a lot more, and like Dennis said, the great Harryhausen was amazing stop motion animation. Kongish. Yeah. Dennis said that Mighty Joe Young was good because of Charlize Theron. I think Lupe was talking about the, like you said, 49 Mighty Joe Young. I don't talk about the abomination that came later by Disney. Anyways, moving on to the next one, which is one that I love a lot. Slither. If you guys have never seen the 2006 movie Slither, you guys definitely need to get out there. So it's gross, it's funny, and it is terrifying because you that turn a town into a walking infestation and they try to get inside you, whether it's inside or inside, they try to get inside. And that scares the crap out of me because I don't want someone to try to get inside of me. It's gross, it's amazing, and it's got Nathan Fillion. So there we go. That's all I got to talk about. My buddy Nathan. I wish it was. He was my buddy, but he's not. But it is a James Gunn film too, at that. So it was a great movie. A lot of great makeup went into it also. A lot of practical was used in this movie. So when you get a chance to check it out, I think like the best part was this one girl had been kidnapped and she was basically injected with all the little like eggs to create more of these slithering little monsters that look like basically worms. And at one point they find her and she's like, I'm so hungry. And she's huge. And then she's like, I don't feel good. And she explodes and these things just fly out of her. It's gross, but it's actually really cool. And Nathan Fillion is great in this movie. And also it's got Elizabeth Banks. And we cannot forget. We cannot forget. Why do I keep going to my phone for this information? It's right in front of me. Michael Rooker was in it. Greg Henry was in it. We also get, who else was it? That's a note. Well, actually, that was it. Michael Rooker. Michael Rooker, which at the end of the movie, he becomes the main alien, and it's just the makeup job that they've got on him. It's freaking phenomenal. It's amazing. You guys get a chance, I'm telling you, check out Slither. It gives me the willies. Even when at one point there was one person that was holding on to the creature from trying to get into her mouth, and she finally pulls it out. But it's gross. But it's a great movie. It's a James Gunn movie. So moving on next, which terrified not only me, and I probably should have pushed this down further on the list because the moment I saw this, I didn't want to go to the beach anymore. It scared me when I was a kid, even though I didn't see this when it first originally came out of the movie theater because I wasn't even born yet. 1975, Jaws. We gotta get a bigger boat. I think what scared me even more was when I went to Universal Studios, and obviously, if you guys have all been to Universal Studios, or if you haven't, you guys gotta obviously go. They have Jaws popping out of the water, and that scared the crap out of me too when I was a kid. It was like, holy crap, it's Jaws. But it was an amazing movie. Obviously, Steven Spielberg's work. He's phenomenal. They had a lot of problems with Bruce the shark right there, but still made an amazing movie that scared everybody out of the water during that time. So this film that made everyone afraid of the ocean. Some people to this day are still afraid of the ocean because of sharks. And it's because of this movie, Jaws. This is a classic Spielberg, and it defined what a summer blockbuster was. This movie is what really did it. And it still makes you hesitate before jumping into the deep. At least the deep end of the water. If you're in the ocean, you don't want to be like, you dive in and all of a sudden. But I love this movie. I really do. It's a great movie. Roy Schneider, Richard Dreyfuss, both awesome in this movie. And then the captain, which I drawing blank on his name. Great acting, great movie, great everything about this movie. And it will scare the crap out of you if you've never seen it before. All right? The shark is real. He's real. Tremors with pleasure. Gross. Also, the crazy. He was the crazy survivalist. And again, I'm doing it again. Why do I keep doing that? Bert in Tremors. I was almost going to look it up, but I did. What happens after you eat all the discount sushi? That's right. What happens after you eat the discount gas station sushi? That was a line in the movie, wasn't it? That was great. I love that. I love this movie. It was amazing. Kevin Bacon was in it. Fred Ward, that was who playing his best friend in the movie. I want to make sure. When I actually just went to Pasadena Comic-Con recently, was it 2 weeks ago? I think it was 2 weeks ago. Just got a picture of somebody from Wicked. She's scary. That's what I should have put on the list. Was Wicked. This homegirl without the makeup. Scary. Anyways, all right. So at the last con that we went to, or I went to, I got to meet Michael Gross, which was so awesome. And I asked him what it was like, and I'm going to be putting up this video up onto YouTube and everywhere else. Sorry, I kind of fell behind because catching up on things at home. But what was it like to play that part? He said he loved it. He loved it because it was such a different role compared to what he was doing on Family Ties. You go from this wholesome, basically hippie father who wouldn't touch a gun to this crazy survivalist who has basically a compound and all these guns, and he's the gun-toting man that he was. But it's amazing to see him. So he was there, and then along with where is she at? Oh, there's so many people that were. She's not listed? Could have sworn. Finn, that's who it was. Finn Carter, who plays Rhonda, which was Kevin Bacon's love interest in the movie. She was also there at the event. I didn't get a chance to speak to her, unfortunately. But it was a lot of fun. And this movie is a lot of fun. They actually went on to do 7 other films. Like, legit 7. And Dennis said, anyone else getting lag spikes? It's on my side. Sorry, guys. Reba's gunroom scene was the best. Yeah. That whole scene when they were pulling off the guns off the freaking wall and just shooting into the freaking, they call them the graboids. And these things were, you really think about it, these things are traveling under the ground and they can feel your vibrations and they can move. And then their head pops out. That's not even the scary part, because they also have these long tentacles that are going to look for whatever it is that was making the noise, and they were going to grab hold of you like they did to that one little dude that was in the shop, pull you into the mouth, and that's when they chomps you down, and then they take you under. That scared the crap out. But this was a good movie, and it was a great monster. And when they showed it as practical, because that's pretty much what all of it was practical. There was some CGI, but it was not very much. But it was a great, great monster. I love this movie. It was an underground monster. It was an isolation town. The DIY survivalist, a perfect blend of comedy and creature feature. It was a really good thing. Graboids for life, Holmes. Graboids for life. But this is actually one of those movies you can keep going back to. It's a lot of fun to watch. Despite it being, 1990, it's still it still holds up. It truly does hold up. And of course, Kevin Bacon's going to live on forever. I think all his movies are like the whole story of, was it Aaron Gray, or what was the name of that dude that had like the pictures of himself that if as that's getting old, until it disappears or whatever. Another example of a movie that should have stopped at 1. No, it is. You're right, Lupin. This was a movie that should have stopped at 1, but they went on to 7 and a TV series. So, and I think what Michael Rose said was they're going to do one more, but he's not in it, if I remember correctly. Darian Gray, that's what it was. Darian Gray. Aaron Gray is from Starbucks, or is from, not Starbucks, Buck Rogers. Darian Gray, I think that's Kevin Bacon is. That's why he's making all these movies. It captures his image. It's going to be forever. Keep that in mind. All right, guys. Moving on to number 3 for me. Aliens. Bigger, badder, loaded with space marines. Ripley returns to face an entire hive this time. So, yes, it's more of an adventure movie than it is a creature feature, but you get for the first time, you get more than one alien. You also get the queen alien, and you get to see Ripley wreck her, and you get a bunch of space marines, which are really cool, which we met one of the main space marines, Michael Biehn. Super cool guy, awesome dude. His son, Kalen, is awesome too. They've got a podcast called Still Foolin' About, and it's Michael going, he's talked to other guests in the past, like other actors and stuff like that, and then he reminisces on a lot of the movie sets that he's been on and a lot of movies he's been in, so it's a great podcast. This day, I love this movie. Like, the weapons that they're carrying around are amazing. The sounds that they have, even as a kid, it scared carrying were amazing and all that other stuff. So, this was my number 3 movie, and again, I continue to go back to it, and I continue to watch it, and I will still watch it to this day, and on. It will live on forever. It's another one of those movies that it's not one that aged badly. It's aged well. It still continues because they've used so much practical effects in it. Like, as far as all the aliens are all practical, it still holds up really well. So you guys got to check this out. But this is an amazing movie. I love it. The Queen alien scared the crap out of me as a kid. And again, I was a kid when I saw it. So, came over, man. Came over. You guys don't know what that is from. That, Aliens. Then, next we got one that scared the crap out of me too, which was American Werewolf in London. In London, not Paris. 1981. This movie, a chilling yet darkly comedic take let me do something real quick, guys. Let's see if that'll help. Right? I shouldn't be doing this very show. I can throw. Let's see if it'll hold. I think it's okay. Oh, it would suck. All right, my signal's better. I gotta put something in there to keep it closer to the window. But this is Landis, who directed the Michael Jackson man who directed meaningful and like realistic, and I know it's real. No, um, Rick Baker with the effects. Rick was amazing. Not only was the wolf transformation just like it, you feel his pain as everything's stretching and breaking, and the claws coming out, his snout being pulled, like coming out also. All these different things, amazing, amazing, and the work that they even did on his friend, as he's rotting away, and he's the only one like the guy can see him. But plus, all his victims decay away through the movie. Yeah, it's another one of those that did a lot of practical effects. It's a great movie. You guys should check it out. If you don't know who John Landis is, John Landis, again, Dennis said that he did the Michael Jackson Thriller movie, but he also did a lot of great comedies. So it's kind of weird. This is a horror film, but it has a lot of comedic, like obviously dark comedy moments to it. But this is definitely number 2 for me because as a kid, when I first saw it, it was one of those that was played a lot on HBO, and I loved it. As a kid, I still watched it, even though it scared the crap out of me. I don't know what it was about it. It was a great movie, and again, that werewolf scene, guys, it is definitely something to check out. You guys need to check this out. Okay, moving on to the next one, which is my final one, which is the original, the OG Alien, 1979 Alien. So seriously, if you're claustrophobic sci-fi, it's best, and I keep dropping signal. Wow. Oh no. Huh. All right. Anyways, guys, this is the first time we actually see the xenomorph, and again, another film using guys. Like, I get it. We all love the CG effects. CG effects have come a long way, obviously, but when it comes down to it, I think practical beats all of that, and I will always say that because, I mean, we get a lot of great, amazing moments. Need to go just rabbit ears or wrap them in foil. I do. You know what? I think that's what it was. I didn't bring enough foil to extend outside, and I'm not standing. I moved position. Like there's so many things that are being factored in right now. That's probably why we're getting such a crappy signal. So if you guys don't get that reference, oh well. But this was when we first got to see not only the xenomorph, but what they tried to, say was the birth of humanity, which was the giant that was sitting in the seat that had his chest burst open, which people theorize that that's where a new queen had been burst out of because it was such a huge thing. But in, what was it, Alien? There's so many now. They should have stopped it. Aliens. The engineer, it's the engineer sitting there. But what was it, the name of the one movie where they're trying to explain that the engineer, like that race is where we came from and all this other nonsense? Anyways, there's a whole thing about it. But this is where we get to see for the first time a face hugger. And that one was the one that attached itself to Kane because he looked into the thing that opened up, which was an egg. I could say so much more, but I'm not going to. Anyways, and then the face hugger attached itself, wraps around, and that's the first time we ever see a face hugger. Prometheus, which was horrible. And then we see as the alien was, growing, which it grew at an expedient rate, to the full-size xenomorph, and then at the very end, Ripley ends up blowing it out the airlock. So there you go, spoiler alerts. But this movie, again, was another one of those that scared the crap out of me. It was a slow burn as far as like how it paced, but it's really good. And as a kid, you would think that if you see it now, man, you actually watched this kid? Yes, I did. Because I wanted to see the aliens, and they had a cool flamethrower gun. It was all about the guns. But the tagline for this movie, in space, no one can hear you scream. It's kind of true. I mean, there's no noise in space. But this is number one on my list, and will always be number one on my list because of, one, we've got a creature. This creature here, the xenomorph, has stood the test of time and continues. Best alien scene? Yes, Lupe. The diner scene in Spaceballs. See, even one of the xenomorphs made an appearance in a comedy, and it was one of the best scenes. But guys, yes, that is my list. That is where'd it go? I hate when I do that. Oh, close out. Why did I close it out? But yeah, that was a great scene. All these movies were, again, in my opinion, some of the best monsters. I'm not saying horror films. Let's get this right. Not horror films. I'm talking about the monsters in the films themselves that are some of the top 10 monsters, I would say. I know I didn't put down like Frankenstein, Dracula, like the OGs, but I'm talking about the newer ones that came out and have still stood the test of time. And we've got who we've got now. So from Silver Bullets to Xenomorph Nightmares, monsters have roared through cinema and straight into our collective geek hearts, guys. Stay scared, stay geeky, and with that, we are going to all right, guys. So that is it. That's our. We're gonna call it a wrap. We're done with another Geek Saga. It was a lot of fun. I actually am starting to really love going through those lists, and having your guys' comments on the list itself is great too. It's always fun to talk back and forth with you guys. Everybody on IG, if anybody's still there, thanks for joining us over there, guys. Like I said, I don't know what's going on. My internet's just dropping in and out. It happens when we're up here in the middle of nowhere. But guys, it's great to be on. As always, I always love coming on here. Dennis, Lupe, thank you for joining me, and I always love your comments, guys. Guys, remember, we've got which is in Burbank. That is going to be the We Can Be Heroes event that's going to be going on. It's been moved a couple times, and now they've got a solid location, which is in Burbank, and we're really excited to be there with tons of creators from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And not only that, but it's also, we're getting people that have worked on, I think it was Marvel Rivals. So we've got a lot of, they're going to have a lot of people there, a lot of guests. So tickets are still on sale. You cannot get the VIP tickets anymore, but the tickets are still on sale. So get your tickets now. Get down there. On top of that, next weekend after that, June 25th is going to be the Chatsworth, or the Valley now, the Valley Block Party. They've changed locations. They changed the date because last year it was hurricane season there. It was insane. If you guys didn't go, it was nuts. But check that out. We are going to be there also. Again, we will have a booth there. We're going to be set up. We will be doing interviews, whether it's people walking in or out, or the people that are there that are doing signings. We will be interviewing people all day long and having a lot of fun, getting the word out there. And So, guys, again, check out Project Wish Upon a Star. They're a great charity. Try to help them out as best as you can, guys. We love them. And if you guys meet them, you guys will see why we love them. They're great people. So check them out. We also got Stack Up, which is another great charity that we are going to start really working a little bit more with, a lot more with. But it's a military. It's not all veterans, but it's veterans and it's also active duty guys. They're out there helping them to better their mental health, and that's a serious thing, guys. I'm going to tell you guys that right now. It's a serious thing. It's a real thing. And more guys are finally opening up to the mental health issues and talking about it. And this charity here is trying to help them with that also. So Stack Up, check them out, guys. StackUp.com. God, the LA Ghostbusters, who we've just recently started talking to, and we've met over at PasadenaCon. Check them out, look them up. They're another great charity that working with the Starlight Foundation, which gets things for kids that are in the hospital to make their stay a lot better. We also have Nerd Mafia, which is another great group that's out there that wants to spread the word of the whole geek world, but also cosplay and other things. So check them out. Guys, that is it. That is all. That's all I got. So, as always, guys, thank you for coming. Thank you for checking us out. You guys can find us anywhere at the Geek Saga, except for X. We're not on it. I don't know how to use it. And it's also just another social media outlet that means I have to keep track. So, best way to get a hold of us is on Instagram. You can DM us and talk to us there. I mean, if you guys have an idea for a show, if you guys would like to promote your comic book, your book, your movie, your something, hit us up, talk to us. We'll see if we can make that happen. But as for now, that's pretty much it, guys. So we will be back. Let me double check that. Make sure it's on a Wednesday. Yeah, I'll be able to do that. So we will be back next Wednesday, guys. So, keep an eye out. But we will be back. Same Geek channel, same Geek time. And I'm actually made it on time. So we'll be doing this and continuing on as the saga continues.